Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Welcome everybody guys, let's take a look on the gold market in the second video. So here you can see minor changes has happened. Market still stands in the same area, forming the inside trading session yesterday. No upward breakout has happened. I mean, this trend line now, we do not need the grabbers that we have marked here in the beginning of the week, because they are, as we said yesterday, both completed with a spike up. And currently guys, we see on the gold market the struggle of the two different moments. A technical moment that includes, as you know, the price action, demand, supply, different statistics, fundamental, the long-term interest rates, and so on. So everything what stands on the background of the economy, and the political moments. So the external driving factor, which is the negotiations of Donald Trump with the United States with the China on trade tariffs, on tariffs war. And yesterday, as you know, it was really shaking news that no negotiations have been achieved. It's really has shaken the markets across the board. Just a few minutes ago, we talked about it on the euro currency video. On the gold market as well, maybe reaction was not really very strong, but it makes impact on the intraday short-term situation. And here we see that market tends to go gravitates to the downward action from the technical point of view, but this impact and support of the external driving factor doesn't let it to drop, and this could really lead to some different consequences on the intraday charts. So first of all, on the daily chart, the way how market behaves here absolutely doesn't look like long-term market is turning. So this doesn't correspond to the idea of the major reversal back to the long-term bull trend. So because what is actually our major concern? Our major concern stands with this major ABCD pattern. So this A, B, C top, OP that stands in 1260 area, and also the butterfly extension which stands 1255. And our major concern is whether market will complete this or not. Because here market starts turning up after hitting minor targets, and that was our actual investigation. We need to see what really will happen. But now, the way how market behaves here, it doesn't correspond to the idea of the major reversal back to the long-term bull trend. It's too slow, choppy, no thrusting action on the intraday charts. There's some kind of spike action, no breakout of the major resistance. So currently it's very difficult to see here the major reversal. But we have negotiations of the United States and the China. And now it's a question of the durability of this impact, how strong this impact will be. On the 4-hour time frame chart, guys, we see the same story. So market stands tight around the major resistance, and it keeps both scenarios. So it is a bit early to talk about downside continuation. Why? Because market stands very close. Just minor retracement has happened here. It stands very, very close to the resistance and keeps well at both as the double bottom, as a kind of the hand shoulders that we are talking about here. Both patterns are valid, and no deep drop has happened that could lead us to think about possible downward continuation. Well, at the same time, we can't speak about the upside continuation, because the general way how market behaves here doesn't look like the real breakout. Here, you also could see that yesterday we've got the bearish grabber that have been formed here, and these grabbers suggest the drop below these lows. In fact, we could get at least this A, B, C, D downward action, and that could become the turning point on the gold market to the downside. If market will not be able to break the major resistance, because this is actually the neckline. And fail to break it and it starts dropping below these lows, it will mean that we're probably going to back to the lows or even lower to complete our daily targets. Well, that's the tricky moment on the gold. And this makes overall specific for trading, the overall situation for trading is really specific. So if we'll take a look at the hourly chart, that is the same hand shoulders that we talked about yesterday. And market stands in the moment of the final decision on choosing the direction. Once market has hit it, first, situation develops were pretty nice. As we suggested, miner got cheaper to sell. XOP target there was turning down, but here the news on the breaking of the negotiation have been released and market skyrocketed back to the top. And now it's calling right around the major resistance. In a normal situation, we would say that this is not typical for the hand shoulders and it's more probable that upward breakout will follow. But we know that technically market gravitates down, but politically there is the support factor that doesn't let market to do this. And here there is no currently correct decision. The only correct decision here is to wait and see what will happen. But if you would like to take the position, this point is optimal for any direction. So if you would like to take the short, as we said, that's the most suitable area for this, because here you could place most close stop order to minimize your risk. And this is, as I call it, this culmination point that provides you the minimal risk on your position. If you would like to take the long position, this is also an interesting situation because market is calling below the 618 resistance. And once it will be broken, it will be a clear sign that market will follow up and will erase the hand shoulders with the upward continuation. It's also important. That's why maybe here you could use the stop order above this area for taking the long position. So here, since we can't control this factor, we can't analyze the external political news, this is not the economical statistics that we see on the markets. And this is the reason why we here just could either to wait and see what will happen or taking the risk, try and take the position in optimal points in any direction depending on your long-term view on the market, what you expect to see here. So this is very personal and depends on the psychology of the particular trader. So, and here is no advices could be given how better to do what is better to do. So let's see what direction will be chosen, and probably this should happen relatively soon, and we will get either the upward breakout and upward continuation here to the higher levels. Maybe after that it indeed could turn to some real continuation of the bull trend, or if market will fail here and drop below these lows, I mean 1275 approximately, drop below this area, well, that will be the confirmation that market's going back to these lows and to our 1255, 1260 area.